All right, so you recently got a job in the UK. How much are you expected to pay for your COS? How much is the exact cost of the UK COS? Is the employee, an intended employee, expected to pay any amount of money for this very COS? Who pays for the COS? This is exactly what I'll be talking about in this very video. Because recently I got a lot of comments in the recent video I uploaded, people giving varied amounts of money in different currencies, which they have been asked to pay for this very COS, intending employees, in quotes. So before I go on with this content, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. And basically, here are certain comments, to support my points, the points I'm trying to drive at in this very content before I will tell you the exact amount. Now, I will put this comment on the screen so that you can read along with me. The 27 people that had their COS revoked had nothing to do with it. The company was charging people for COS. That is illegal. All the employer said to me doesn't make sense. Months back, I heard people talking about the company that had their license revoked. I know the name of the company because South Africans were the ones talking about it. Any company charging people for COS is illegal. Second person, that is Orlando from Zimbabwe. But her story, I don't buy it. She was selling COS to people and leave people stranded in UK. So she was reported. Now she's blaming people, but it's her to blame. She took a lot of money from people. Okay, number 3, some employers need to be judged. Currently, I'm in the UK, applied for job to gain sponsorship, and the employer interviewed me and asked for £13,000. All right, so the next person wrote, as I am typing this, an agent I contacted here in Ghana is charging me £10,000 to get me COS. I'm supposed to pay part now and pay part after my visa is issued. What put me off is that they said I will have to pay the visa fee and flight fare for myself. If I had that kind of money, would I be here? Anyway, definitely anyone has to pay. You have to pay your visa fee yourself. You also have to pay your flight fare yourself. It depends on the people bringing you. The last person said, Mafit Education in Lagos, Nigeria is ripping people off their hard-earned money, all in the name of COS. Training is 500,000 and COS is 10 million Nigerian naira. There's another one that said they were charging him 10,000 Ghana cedis. So these are different countries in Africa per se. You know why I'm making this video? I'm also going to be telling you the price of the COS in the UK. People came after me, I think about 2 people, saying that we YouTubers are the people making the UK Home Office know that something is going on, something fishy is going on. No, this is so wrong. We actually put up this content to prevent you or any of your relatives from falling victim of circumstance. Imagine what the people whose visas were revoked are going through, even though it was the fault of their employer, whom people blamed for charging money for this COS, and who actually got this employer reported. It is one of the employees. They say they charged that very employee £12,000, and I cannot honestly tell what trespass between this employer and the employee. And the employee reported this employer, And I don't know what the person was thinking about. Did he or she ever thought that reporting this employer, they would clap for him and set him free? No, you're going to go in, because once you are above 18 in this very country, you are responsible and accountable for yourself. You are going to be charged for any law you break in this very country. So reporting your employer doesn't really save your ass, because you paying for a COS whereby you are not supposed to pay for this money, it means you actually bribed your employer, so you would go in for it. So basically, we making this video is saving a lot of people from making this same mistake, because at the long run, if God is not on your side. Will I even say God? Is God on the side of people that commit crime? Is God on the side of people that know the law and they purposely break it? God shouldn't be on their side, if you ask me, as a Christian that I am. So at the long run, what happens if they find out that you came into this country through the wrong means? You bribed your way to arrive this country just for you to come in and work. So honestly speaking, moving to UK with tier 2 sponsorship visa is more economical, is more cheaper compared to coming in via study route. But study route is more easier to come in, and it is more easier to settle down when you move in with study visa, especially when you have a family, when you are married and two of you, husband and wife, they move in here. One of you would be in school studying and working for 20 hours, while the other person would work for like 2-3 months, gain UK experience, and then look for a sponsorship job. And currently, there are a lot of sponsorship jobs, for people who are already in the UK, especially for the dependents. So it makes it very easy. Assuming you come in with masters for 1 year and your spouse get this sponsorship job, you guys are settled. You finish your program, you switch over to his or her own visa. The problem is solved. I think it is preferred than you paying huge amount of money to bribe your way into this country. And in fact, you might not even be up to 1 year in this country and they will fish you out. I don't know what will become your fate. Now, let's look at this. Before a company can issue you, COS, that company has to have what is called sponsor license. And how much does a company pay to obtain this license for sponsorship? For a small company, the company has to pay £536, and £1,476 for a large company. Now, this is just for a license to be able to bring in foreign workers into the UK. Now, coming to COS, how much does a company pay for this very COS? Once a company has a sponsorship license, the company now has to issue what is called COS to any individual whom they wish to sponsor from outside of the UK. And how much is the cost of this COS? The bone of contention. It only costs £199, less than £200 for them to have this COS. And who pays for this COS? The fee is payable at the time of assigning this COS, and it cannot be passed along to the worker. It must be paid by the sponsoring organization. It can never be passed along to the worker. It must be paid by the sponsoring organization. Any organization that is bringing you from any of the countries of the world is expected to make this payment, and not you. And it is $199. Though there are certain other immigration skill charges this company is expected to pay at every year, depending on the number of years they want to retain you or you are working for them. That is none of your business. It's the company. Some of them pay as, I think each of the year for the large company is £1,000. If they're giving you 5 years visa, they are retaining you for 5 years. Every year they have to pay $5,000. This is their own, this is just their own cup of tea. It's none of your business, to be honest. Yes. So you are not expected to pay dime. Look at what I read from different comments. Some people are asked to pay 10 million. Some people were asked to pay 10,000 cedis. Some people were asked to pay different. Even my own annoyance is the person who already arrived in the UK and was asked to pay. I just hope somebody asking you to pay £13,000 just for COS. Was the person asking you to pay this money when you were still outside of the UK or when you have arrived in the UK? Because you cannot be in the UK and someone would be intimidating you to pay such outrageous amounts just for COS that cost them £199 to pay for. And it is not your responsibility to pay for this money. You should just make a report. And besides, if you are already on ground in the UK, getting sponsorship jobs, especially care work, IT work, or whatever, is very easy for you to do this. It will only take you a couple of months for you to settle down, get a UK experience. No matter any kind of job you build your experience on, get that experience, even if it is for 1 month, 2 months. Like I've said, somebody has worked in my workplace just for 1 month. She resigned. She has to give 1 month notice, making it up 2 months that she has worked. And what she proceeded on getting another job in a different hospital, because she was just new, working as a dependent. Then she got her skilled workers job. So you cannot be in the UK and somebody is telling you to pay 13,000. Even those of you who are not already in the UK, you have heard it, or you are not required or expected to pay no money to no one. This is intimidating, because if you do it at the long run, while staying in the UK, this might backfire. 1 or 2 persons might report these people and they will begin their investigation, just like they did to these 27 healthcare assistants. They revoked their work visas. Don't let something like this happen to you. What if you came in here with your children that are already in school for 2 months, 3 months? After about 4 months, you would tell them that, sorry, I have a confession to make. My visa was revoked. We're going back to wherever you come from, and blah, blah, blah. Your children wouldn't take you serious, I don't know. So don't let something like this happen to you. We are saying this just to help people, not that we are exposing anybody. Even if I see you doing this, I will expose you too. Yes, you can come for me, because this is wrong. How can you be charging people such outrageous amount just to get something that is meant for you to pay for, and you are paying for it at just... These people are working for you. By the time they come here, they work for you, they make money for you. So why asking them to pay? So please, we make this video. This is my platform. Yes, it is not only for me to sit down here and make money. I use this platform to also spread good news. And what is good news? When you see evil, you kick against it. When you see something that is not right, you speak against it. I might not have an altar. I am not a preacher, but I can as well preach on this my channel to prevent a lot of people from falling prey or becoming victims of this circumstance that is not good. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. See you again in my next upload.